warm welcome to our channel APSC Bro. We are going to continue with our Assam history series. Today we'll be doing medieval Assam history, specifically Koch Kingdom. Koch Kingdom is one of the most interesting and most important kingdoms of Assam history from both exam point of view as well as history point of view. Just for a quick revision, medieval Assam is from 12th to 13th century up till the advent of British rule in Assam, right? We have already done Kamata Kingdom, we had done Bhuya Chieftains, we had done Khen Dynasty. So today we'll be doing Koch Dynasty. Just to revise, you must remember, go to our video, last video on medieval Assam history. You'll know how the Kamata Kingdom came into being, why the capital was shifted from Pragjyotispur to Kamata in order to protect the land from the Muslim invaders from Bengal, right? How the Baravuyas came into being, how they got prevalence, how they got the importance in the middle Assam, right? In Sunitpur and Nagaon area, this area, how the Khen dynasty came into being, and then today we are going to do how the Koch dynasty came into being. Okay, between Khen dynasty and Koch dynasty, there was a short period of time when Bengal Sultanate ruled Assam, at least the western part of Assam. Okay, Alauddin Hussain Shah, a Sultan of Bengal, removed the last Khen ruler in 1498. So who was the last Khen ruler? Nilambar. Who established Khen dynasty? Niladhwaj, right? So he defeated Nilambar in 1498. He destroyed the city and eventually annexed up to Hazu in 1502. Now, because at that time there was this tussle between Mughals and the Sultans, right? So he had to concentrate his power and his attention towards the Mughals. So what happened is that he left his representative in Kamata, his son Shahzada Danial and his officers. Now, taking the advantage of this, the Baravuyas, they killed those people and they captured the power. So this Baravuyas chieftains started to gather importance. Okay, but what happened was that a more confederated style of governance came into being. That was small chieftains got prevalence instead of big kingdom, right? Taking this advantage, the Koch Kingdom came into being, right? One important trivia during this period, Ghiyasuddin Aulia, he established Pua Mecca in Hazo. Pua Mecca contains a little soil from Mecca. Now it is believed that Ghiyasuddin Aulia bought a Pua. Pua boli kiman go 250 gram mane 1/4 of a kilo. Hane? To teo epua mati anisile boli koy Mecca par. Hekani yar naam Pua Mecca. আৰু কোনবাই কয় কি নহয় ইয়াত 90টা শ্ৰাইন আছিলে আৰু মক্কাত 360টা আছে তো ইয়াত যদি আপুনি এবাৰ যায় আপুনি মক্কালৈ যোৱা 1/4 কাম হৈ যায় সো আপুনি যদি 4 বাৰ পুৱা মক্কালৈ যায় আপুনি এবাৰ মক্কালৈ যোৱা হতে সমান হয় তো সেইকাৰণে ইয়াৰ নাম পুৱা মক্কা হৈছে বুলি কয় ওকে সো এটো বহুত ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট কোৱেশ্চন এটো বহুত বাৰ আহিছে কি পুৱা মক্কা কোনে এস্টাবলিশ কৰিছিলে আনসাৰটো গিয়াজুদ্দিন অলিয়া ওকে সো taking the advantage of this confederated style of governance in the Assam Valley, Brahmaputra Valley, Koch dynasty came into being. It originated from one called Hariya Mandal, and the first king was Vishwasingha. Okay, the Kamata Kingdom then passed into the hands of Koch dynasty, with Vishwasingha consolidating his control over the Baravuyas one after the another. The Koch dynasty, with its dominion from Karotoya River in the west to Bornodi River in the east. That was the initial dominion of the Koch dynasty. Okay, it started when Hariya Mes was elected as the chief mondal of a tribal village of Signa Hill of Lower Assam in the late 15th century. So he was a tribal chieftain, Hariya Mes. Okay, now I have already told you why the study of maps are very important. It just gives you an idea. See, this is very interesting. This whole Koch dynasty, how it came into being, how it slowly faded away, how was its clash with the Ahoms and the Mughals and the Bengal Sultanate. These are very interesting. Don't read it as you have to read it. Make an interest in it. Very interesting. Okay. See this. I have already told you the initial Koch dominion was from Karotoya River in the west to Bornodi in the east, right? You can see here Bornodi is somewhere here and Karotoya River is here. So this region was the initial dominion of the Kush kingdom. We know this Sunitpur, Nagaon, this Middle Assam was for the Baravuyas. It is already 15th century, initial 15th century. So the Ahoms are also rising in power. At that time, Pratap Singha was the ruler. He was very strong. So Brahmaputra Valley was dominated by Ahoms. So if the Kush kingdom has to expand, he had to either take the land of Baravuyas, and if he has to get into the eastern Brahmaputra Valley, he has to defeat the Ahoms. So it was a very interesting point of Assam history. Okay. Now Hariames was married to Hira and Jira, two daughters of the chief of Hajo, Kush chief of Hajo. Now see, this is very interesting. Hariames, he belonged to the greater Boro family, Mes family, right? He married Hira and Jira, who was Kush daughters from the Kush lineage. However, the kingdom that was established later by the son of Hariames, who was Biswasingha, came to be known as Kush kingdom instead of Mes kingdom. So it gives you a hint at the matrilineal side of the kingdom. Though Mes is a patrilineal traditional sect, this thing that they took the name of their mother's lineage is very interesting. Okay. Now his son Vishu was the son of Hariames. He was the one who took the pain and who took the courage to transform this chiefdom, tribal chiefdom, into a state. Okay. He increased the territorial size of the chiefdom through aggressive warfare. He aggressively defeated the Baravuyas, one after another, and taking their land. So he developed this tribal chieftain into a kingdom, and he declared himself as King Biswasingha. And thus the formation of Kush kingdom ensued. Okay, this is the lineage of the Kush kingdom. You can see here Haryamandal. He was from Mes lineage. He married Hira and Jira, who was Kush daughters, right? His son Vishu, Viswasingha, became the next ruler who developed this chieftain into a kingdom. He had four important sons: Narasingha, Malladev, who is also famously known as Naranarayan, Shukladhas, who is famously known as Chilarai, and Guhai Kamal. These three were brothers. Narasingha was the stepbrother. Okay. Biswasingha sent Malladev, that is Naranarayan and Chilarai, for education outside Assam. Taking the advantage, what happened when Biswasingha got sick, Narasingha, he captured the throne. So when Malladev and Chilarai came back, they had to fight Narasingha. Narasingha fled to Bhutan, and so Malladev and Chilarai, they attacked Bhutan. Narasingha then fled to Nepal, and they attacked Nepal also. Finally, Narasingha had to fled to Jammu Kashmir, so they didn't follow him after that. They concentrated in their kingdom. Naranayan's son was Lakshmi Singha, and Chilarai's son was Raghudev. The kingdom was then divided between the two. We'll read it in detail. Guhai Kamal's son was Udit Narayan, who took the rule of Khaspur. Khaspur is Silchar area. Okay, and then finally Pariksit Narayan and Bali Narayan, the kingdom was divided between them, and finally the Kush dynasty started to degenerate, and they were again in the form of confederates, small kingdoms, and they were mostly subdued by the Ahom dynasty. Okay. The Chandranarayan, he ruled near the Bizni area, Sundarnarayan near the Darang area, yes, Bijitnarayan near the Beltola area, like that. So Naranarayan was the greatest Kush ruler. His reign was from 1554 to 1587. Sometimes it is asked when his reign began. He was the last ruler of undivided Kush dynasty. This is very interesting. The Kush dynasty suddenly expanded such a way. It subdued the entire Brahmaputra Valley. It captured nearby Manipur, Tripura, Jaintia kingdoms. And then suddenly, after one big ruler, it started to degenerate. This is very interesting. Yes, because it was at that time, at that point of history of Assam, both the Ahoms and the Kush both rose to its peak. And there was big tussle of power between these two great powers, right? And then finally, the Ahom succeeded in maintaining their lineage. So, under him, the Kush kingdom reached its cultural and political zenith. Under his rule and under military command of his brother Chilarai, he was able to subjugate the Brahmaputra Valley, including the Ahom kingdom, Kasari, Tripura, Manipur kingdoms, as well as the Jaintia kingdom. They had this aggressive warfare. They knew the importance of roads and the navy. They started developing a standing army, small even it. Their infantry was as big as 4 lakhs, 4.25 lakhs around that. Yes, they also had this pike system, which was prevalent in Ahom kingdom, right? There 20 above 20 pikes there was this Thakuria. If for Ahom it was Bora above 20 pikes. Above 100 it was same Saikya, above 1000 it was Hazari for Kus, Hazarika for Ahoms. So they had this pike system also. They developed roads. Now they developed this Kuhai Kamalali. We'll read it in detail later. They developed this Kuhai Kamalali from Dhubri to Lakhimpur in order to subdue the Ahoms. And because of this road system network they built, they could instantly move from one part to another. Before, to move from western part of Assam to eastern part where Ahom ruled, it took a long time. But once they developed these roads, they reached within a minute. They attacked like a kite. That's why Chilarai got his name Chilarai. He was known as Shukladhwaj, right? He got the name Chilarai because of this. He could attack like a kite, the swiftness of a kite. They introduced a silver coin named Narayani. This is the picture of that coin. Their advanced warfare only halted when they attacked Suleiman Karani, the Sultan of Bengal. Okay. Now, as I have already told you, because the Ahoms and the Kus both rose to power at the same time, there was conflicts there. Around 1563, the Ahom king Sukampa is also known as Khora Roja. Yes, we'll be dealing with him in detail when we do Ahom kingdom. He had to abandon his kingdom. Yes, when the Kus army attacked, he has to abandon his kingdom and he had to flee to Sorai Khurung. It's near Namrup. So in order to consolidate between the two powers, there was a treaty of Majuli. So there was a question before. So when was the Treaty of Majuli signed? Yes, 1563. Between which two powers the Treaty of Majuli signed? Between Kus and the Ahoms. Yes, the Ahoms had to pay some elephants and silver and gold in order to get back their kingdom, right? For his outstanding performance against the Ahoms, Shukladhwaj got the appellation Chilarai. Yes, the Ahom king fled to Soraikhurung hill and eventually proposed for peace by offering valuable gifts consisting of 60 elephants, 4 pots of silver, 2 pots of gold, few pots of jewelry, etc. Okay. Now, after defeating the Ahoms, on his way back, he went to Maibang, that is Kasari kingdom. That time, Durlabh Narayan was the king, who was the contemporary king of the Kus, Naranayan, Durlabh Narayan. Yes, he submitted without a fight. Chilarai established Guhai Kamal, who was his brother, right, as a governor of Brahmapur, that is Khaspur, that is Silchar area, okay. And he left a contingent of soldiers who later came to be known as the Dehan soldiers. Now, Guhai Kamal started to rule in Silchar area. Ultimately, he became independent ruler for that reason. Okay. Manipur, Jaintia, Tripura, Sylhet, they captured the entire area. See, this is a big area that they captured. They captured the Sylhet area. They had a part of Bengal under them, so they had access to sea also. It was a huge kingdom, the Kus kingdom under Naranarayan. Yes, this is one of the biggest kingdoms ever ruled by Brahmaputra Valley king. So just to give an idea how the expansion of the Kus kingdom happened, you can see it started around 1563 when they defeated the Ahoms. Yes. On the way back, Chilarai also captured the Kasari kingdom, the Manipur kingdom, the Jaintia kingdom, the Tripura kingdom, and the Sylhet. The Kasari and the Manipur kingdom, they simply submitted without war. They paid a lot of money and elephants in return. And the Jaintia, Tripura, and Sylhet kingdoms, they fought. But all of them were killed and new kings were installed. So ultimately they became under the Kus kingdom. So a huge area was covered. So this aggressive warfare of the Kus, it ultimately got its breaks when they attacked Goda. That is the Bengal Sultanate, when they attacked Bengal. Now when they attacked Bengal, the Kus were defeated. and it broke the tradition of aggressive warfare of the Kush. See, the Kush attacked Bengal twice. This was the first time, 1565 to 68. During this time, Chilarai was imprisoned by the Bengal Sultanate. Luckily, what happened was that when he was imprisoned there, the mother of the Sultan, she got bit by a snake. And Chilarai was very expert in these medicines regarding snake bites. So he treated the mother of Sultan and she got cured. So the Sultan was very happy. So he gave him some gifts, and then he ultimately released Chilarai. He gave him permission to go back to the kingdom. So Chilarai came back. Right? When during this time when Chilarai was imprisoned, there was an attack by Kalapahar in the Kush kingdom. He was a general of the Sultan, right? And there was a defensive attitude within Naranarayan. So the first time what happened, Kush kingdom started looking towards Ahom in a friendly terms. They tried to establish a friendly terms with Ahom so that they can attack back the Delhi Sultanate. Bengal Sultanate. They knew that the Bengal Sultans were a strong force, and if they have to defeat them or protect the kingdom against them, they have to have friendly relationship with Ahom. So the Kush attitude towards Ahom became defensive, and this actually gave a chance to the Ahoms to make their inroads into the Kush kingdom. Okay, so ultimately what happened? The Bengal Sultan, he died, and at that time Akbar started to develop as the big Mughal emperor in Delhi. So Mughals also tried to capture Bengal, taking the advantage. Now this is a very intelligent thing that the Kush did. They signed a treaty of friendship between the Kush and the Mughals, and ultimately the Kush attacked Bengal for the second time, and now the Bengal Sultans were defeated and the land was divided between the Kush and the Mughals. Okay. As you can see here, around 1568, this was during the first attack of Bengal by the Kush kingdom. That is, Chilarai attacked them. That time Khurman Karnani was the ruler. He was the Chilarai was imprisoned. During this time, when he was imprisoned, the army commander Kalapahar, he attacked Assam, and he had this vendetta of destroying Hindu temples. He even destroyed Kamakhya temple. Now, even if you go today to Kamakhya temple, you will see many idols which has broken parts in it. This is the thing which Kalapahar did. Right? Ultimately, Kamakhya temple was reconstructed by Naranarayan. Yeah, he reconstructed it. Once Chilarai was released and the Delhi Sultan was attacked by Mughals, Naranarayan attacked Gaur for the second time when Akbar, the Mughal emperor, sought help from him. There was a treaty of friendship, like we already discussed. After defeating the king Gaur Pasha, the kingdom was shared between Naranarayan and Akbar. This was one of the biggest achievements by Brahmaputra Valley king. Yeah? So during the second attack of Bengal by the Kush kingdom, Chilarai, they won the war. They captured a part of Bengal with the help of Akbar, right? On his way back, Chilarai got sick of smallpox and he died. So this was a big blow to the Kush kingdom. What happened? Naranayan, he was childless for a long time. So Chilarai's son Raghudeva, he got prominence. Later Naranayan had his son, who came to be known as Lakshmi Singha. Now both these two, they were not like their fathers. You see, Naranayan and Chilarai, they were together. They ruled the entire kingdom together, and that's why they could take the Kush kingdom into new heights. But these two, Lakshmi and Raghudeva, they were not like their fathers. They were fighting between them in order to capture the kingdom. So ultimately what happened? The kingdom was divided into Kush Bihar and Kush Hazu. Kush Bihar, it was ruled by Lakshmi Singha and Kush Hazu by Raghudeva. Kush Hazu is the eastern part and Kush Bihar is the western part. Sankosh river is the boundary between the two divisions. Okay, so this ultimately the big mighty Kush kingdom was divided, and this weakened them. Right? You can see here this map. This Sankosh river. So the eastern part Kush Hazu, the western part Kush Bihar. It was ruled by Raghudeva, and this was ruled by Lakshmi Narayan. Okay. You can see here Kush Bihar by Lakshmi Singha, Kush Hazu by Raghudeva, Udit Narayan, he was the son of Guhai Kamal. You remember Guhai Kamal? He was the ruler, independent ruler of Khaspur area, that is Silchar area. His son Udit Narayan started to rule in that area. Ultimately, what happened? This division brought the downfall of the Kush kingdom, and they were limited into small confederates. Like you can see, Chandranaran, he ruled over small part of Bizni. Narayan, small part of Beltola. Sundarnarayan ruled over the Darang area. So ultimately, the Kush kingdom had its downfall. If you see here, Kush Bihar, this area, who was the ruler? Lakshmi Singha, right? Who was the ruler of this place? Raghudeva. Now they were both fighting, right? They were both fighting for supremacy. Now you can see, if you see, Kuch Haju is this part. Kuch Bihar is this part. So this side is Bengal, and this side is the Ahom kingdom. So due to this, the Kuch Bihar area, Lakshmi Narayan, he got alliance with Mughals. So Mughals and Lakshmi Narayan got together. Raghudeva, he got help of one Afghan named Isa Khan. Because he was in the eastern part, he also tried to develop friendly relationship with Ahom. So he thought that with Isa Khan and Ahom, he'll do a combined force and they will attack Lakshmi Narayan, who got the help of Mughals. Yes, but Lakshmi Narayan, with the help of Mughals, defeated Raghudeva and brought his royal insignia to Kuch Bihar. At the same time, Isa Khan eventually submitted to Mughal Emperor Akbar and died in 1599. Once Isa Khan died, Raghudeva, he was now all alone. So what happened? He shifted his attention towards the Ahoms. So he offered his daughter Mangal to Pratap Singh. There was a MCQ regarding this. Which Kush princess was offered to Pratap Singh? She was Mangal. Okay. For this attempt of Raghudeva, but this attempt of Raghudeva Narayan had opened the road of future encroachment of Ahom. Yes. Ultimately, what happened? The Kuch Haju area, it was subdued by the Ahom rule, and Kuch Bihar division of Kush kingdom was ultimately subdued by the Mughals, and ultimately the Kush kingdom degenerated. Okay. Small trivias of the Kush kingdom. Guhai Kamal Ali. It was the road that connected the capital of Kush kingdom from Dhubri up to Narayanpur in Lakhimpur district. It was constructed under the supervision of Guhai Kamal. Remember Guhai Kamal, who ultimately ruled Khaspur? He was the brother of King Naranarayan, and this road was completed in 1547. This year is important. When was the Guhai Kamal Ali completed? It was 1547. From where to where? Dhubri to Lakhimpur. It was this road that the Kush general Chilarai used for his invasion of the Ahom kingdom, and he got his success through that. The ruins of Kamakhya temple was said to have been discovered by Biswasingha, the first ruler of Kush kingdom. And it was reconstructed by Naranarayan in 1565. This date is important. When was the Kamakhya temple reconstructed? 1565. By whom? Naranarayan. After it was demolished by Kalapahar. Okay. So today in this video we have done the important part of Kush kingdom, but the most important part is between the Kush and the Ahom conflicts. We'll be doing it in detail in future video. That part is very interesting, how the two big powers of the Brahmaputra valley competed with each other, how the treaties happened, how the wars happened. That part we'll be doing in a separate video. That will be very interesting. We'll be doing more MCQs, more interesting facts regarding Kush kingdoms in the future videos. Stay tuned to our channel, like and subscribe our video. Please support us. Thank you so much.